Judgment in the name of the Archon requires the Archon to be present. And thus is the case with Cyno. See, the thing about Cyno is that when he first released, I got him because I knew he was going to be a fun character to play. But then when I started to play him with the characters that we had available at the time, he ended up becoming less fun. It's not Cyno who was the problem. It was DMC. I did not like using DMC. And I did not like having to rely on DMC for off-field dendro application. But now that we have Nahida, with that easy mode dendro application, it becomes a lot better for Cyno. So let's just quickly have a look at the build I'm using on Cyno, just so that you have an idea of how rather generic my Cyno build actually is, because this is the build that I'm using on Cyno. 1200 attack, 376 EM, 54 186 on the crit ratio. Nothing too dramatic. Contained Crossbear is of course the spear that I'm using, and I feel like it's really good on him. Not only do you get a bit of elemental damage bonuses from your skill, but you also get to regenerate your energy a little bit better, which is going to be a big deal because I do use his special quite a lot during his ult, as is intended. So something like a Contained Crossbear does have a passive that is used quite often. On top of that, obviously, the Elemental Mastery bonus is going to be really good. 4-piece Thundering Fury. Yes, that is exactly what I am using, and here are the pieces that I have. As you can see, it's nothing too spectacular, but the EM piece is pretty good. The EM Sand is pretty good, which makes it the off piece. Constellation 0, and I'm currently sitting at 288. I am considering level 90ing Cyno, but right now there's quite a lot of characters that are sort of waiting in line, including the likes of Tignari and Dory. Now there's a couple of other teams that I find to be quite useful for Cyno if you want to play just sort of different variations of Hyperplume Cyno. I do think that Hyperplume Cyno is ultimately the way to go, as opposed to Quicken Cyno, which kind of is just missing something. And so one of the characters that I think is a great support for Cyno is someone like Lisa. Lisa, of course, being Cyno's senior, of course she would be supporting Cyno.
Let's dance. Hey, share my knowledge.
And of course Barbara being a great sort of healer for Cyno.
Their penance is due.
I screwed up the rotation.
He's condemned.
And as you can see with Cyno's ult, kind of capable of basically bringing Lisa's ult back, so Cyno kind of works as a bit of a battery as well. Not as good as someone like A, but still pretty good for Electro characters. And so if you don't want to use Lisa for whatever reason, you can always bring along someone like Beidou. But on top of that, there is also just a much more aggressive version of this Hyperplume team that I want to just quickly show you guys, and that's if we use Medic Nahida. Medic Nahida not only can get her ult back faster thanks to the power of Prototype Amber, but will also provide, you know, the healing that Cyno pretty much needs.
Make yourselves at home.
Judgment is upon you.
And that means that Cyno can just pop off.
Your penance is due.
And one of the great things about Beidou is that she doesn't steal your seeds, unlike Lisa's Lantern. So, you know, there is a reason why you might want to play Beidou instead of Lisa if you want to do a standard Hyperplume team. But that's going to be it. Let me know if they put all of this in the comments below. What do you think about Cyno now that Nahida is here? Let me know in the comments. Cyno just seems to have really opened up and is now freely capable of just playing any kind of team that he wants. Even Quicken teams are really good now that Nahida is here. Although who you're going to use in your team is a little bit here and there. Potentially running a triple electric death squad with someone like Lisa, for example. That could be a really good idea. But if you're gonna run double electro, double dendro, well, at the present moment, I can't really think of any real good option for the second dendro, because
Temple of Wisdom.
if the idea is to have constant off-field dendro, well, what, you're gonna rely on DMC again? But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact action, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Their penance is due! Stabilize!
Surrendering. The Temple of Wisdom.
Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Their penance is due! Guilty! I was destined for more.